Hi, it's Sean Orford here. Today I'd like to tell you about Louise Hay. If you look in the shop, you'll be able to see lots of products that we have by Louise Hay, books, DVDs and other products to help you. The idea of the law of attraction, the idea which has become known these days as The Secret, is something which is much older than the repackaged version done by Rhonda Byrne. It's a lovely thing, The Secret, but I'd like to show you some things that were there before that. Louise Hay was born in 1926. A very interesting lady, had a very difficult childhood. Her story is always worth a good read. And her childhood was quite abusive, it was quite difficult. And she developed a lot of personal issues and a lot of disease issues that she related back to that time. And as she progressed in her own development, she became involved in something which these days is known as Christian Science. But the things that she was dealing with through the 40s and the 50s are now things that quantum physics is very clearly beginning to establish as fact, which makes all the work that she's done that much more powerful. Now, the way that Louise Hay works is she's using the idea of the law of attraction, but she's relating it to your physical state. So in these books here, I've got You Can Heal Your Life. These are two versions. This is the hippie-trippy version, and this is the more sensible version. It's the same. This one's full of flowers. In these books, what she's explaining is how our emotional and mental states affect our body. And that goes right the way down to whether you've got pimples, it goes down to whether you've got cancer, it goes down to whether you've got some strange disease, perhaps you've got problems with your bowels, perhaps you've got problems with your feet. If thoughts become things, and that's the basic principle of the law of attraction, then the way our bodies manifest is reflecting what's going on inside us. This is a very powerful concept, because when you're faced with the idea of, am I responsible for the way that I am? And the answer has to be yes, we tend to hear that as blame rather than responsibility. Now, Louise Hay is good because she takes you from the idea that you are to blame for how you are to the idea of I can be responsible, and the word responsible comes from the word respond. So very powerful things. I just want to read you a little bit of this book here. These are the points of her philosophy. Okay. We are each 100% responsible for all of our experiences. Has to be true. Every thought we think is creating our future. This is the law of attraction. The point of power is always in the present moment. And she makes a very clear statement here. I won't read it all, but she just says here, everyone, that's all of us, suffers from self-hatred and guilt. Now, some people would say, no, I don't. But I know from the work I do as a psychotherapist that virtually everybody is holding on to the past. People are holding on to negative past, which is unresolved. And that is very often the basis of the problems that they have in the present. So all the principles of letting go are here in these books. Some lovely bits. I'd just like to read you one more bit out of this. This is about how to change. In the book, she says, I love the how-tos. And that's important because when you read something like The Secret, it gives you a set of ideas but isn't clear about the how-tos. Louise Hay is very clear about the how-tos. All the theory in the world is useless unless we know how to apply it and make change. I've always been a very pragmatic and practical person with a great need to know how to do things. And that's what she does. She takes issues that in other books are theoretical, and she gives you very practical things to do about them, which is really good. One last thing on Louise Hay. Her books are full of affirmations. What she's saying is if you have a particular problem with your body, it's because there is a particular issue wrong with your emotions, and this is the affirmation that you need to set that right. And I know legions of therapists that do deep relaxation and hypnotherapy work who use Louise Hay's affirmations when they've got someone in a hypnotic state, or if they're doing a group, in a yoga group, so that they're feeding in affirmations that actually work. So Louise Hay, for my money, comes highly recommended. She's a fabulous practitioner, fabulous author, dead easy to read, and you will get lots and lots out of everything that you read of hers. So have a look in the bookshop. There's books, there's DVDs, there's recordings, whole load of products that can help you discover who you are. This is Sean Orford. Thank you very much.